annually by the United Nations to celebrate the International Day of Girls in ICT. The aim of this celebration is to draw attention women often shy away from male-dominated fields, although they now feel of APOEN, Association of Professional Female Engineers. She speaks on the need for women to be involved in technology.
When it comes to technology, I think there's no gender in technology. Everybody is wired to do what? To do the same. Look at the person that invented most of the first invention. The person that invented Wi-Fi we are using today is a woman. Look at the major inventors, innovations that were done by women. They were all done by women. So you cannot say because there's no gender when it comes to innovation. When it even comes to technology, women even do more because they are more resilient, they pay more attention to details. They are deep thinkers. Women think deep, very, very deep. So that's why they can come up with ideas on what new things, on innovations and inventions. So there's no gender when it comes to technology, innovation, no.
While there is a leadership gender gap in every industry, the largest gaps are found in STEM fields. Women in ICT often find themselves in junior or support roles rather than in managerial position, with little opportunity for advancement or even become ICT entrepreneurs or be represented among science and technology policymakers.
We need more women in the boardrooms. We need more women as leaders. Because innovation will start from us. It has to start from you. It will begin with us first. And if you look at why are we underrepresented, it's the bravery deficit. The bravery deficit is why women are underrepresented. Because we shy away with so many things. We want to be perfect. Working towards perfection at all times. Look at when it comes to interviews. If you ask for people to be employed and you set out criteria for interviews, when the men meet just 30% of the criteria, they will apply. But the women or the ladies will want to meet 100% criteria before they apply. They tell you, oh no, I'm not qualified.
Oh, well, we're having some amazing conversation here before now, but then let's get to it. It's International Girls in ICT Day. Now, International Girls in ICT Day is celebrated annually on the last Thursday of April. This year, it falls on April the 25th, of course, with the theme Leadership. Leadership, emphasizing that particular word. Emphasizing the critical need to for strong female role models in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics careers. The primary objective of this day is to advocate for gender equality and empower women in the field of information and communication technology. Well, at this point, let me also bring it to Moses because he asked me to do this.
Well, we do have our guest in the studio to talk more on this, the International Girl in ICT Day. We have joining us in the studio a woman with quite a very large portfolio, but we found a way to break it down. She has we have Dr. Engineer Dr. Agubata Nenna Felicia. She is a master's degree holder in electrical and electronics engineering. She also holds a doctorate degree in electrical and electronics engineering, communication engineering. Dr. Agubata joined the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, in 2002. She is the Vice President, Corporate Services of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the 15th President of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN. She is a STEM and gender equity and inclusion advocate, passionate about girl-child education and women empowerment. She is also a recipient of so many awards and currently building capacity of STEM teachers across the 6 geopolitical zones in partnership with University of West Scotland through the Shinjiner program, yes, sponsored by Royal Academy of Engineering, United Kingdom, UK. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Shinjiner.
Yes.
That's an interesting one. Quite the
coin
name. We also have right beside her, we have engineer Didapo Aisida Laulu, who is deputy. She would like me to keep it simple. So keeping it simple, she has quite a lot of feathers on her cap as well. But we'll just leave it at the past chairman of APWEN Lagos chapter. Good to have you with us as well.
Thank you. Nice being here.
Now, women in ICT. ICT is the world is, ICT is basically revealing the opportunities within it to the world. There are a lot of opportunities, employment opportunities within the ICT sector. And that's where the world is tilting towards now. It has been said that in the next 30, 50 years, certain jobs will be phased out completely. And maybe children born now will have opportunities in sectors that never existed. So we're seeing a shift. And it's interesting to know that the girl child is also being encouraged to move into some of these sectors. But first question on my mind, is the girl child being sidelined when it comes to inclusion in ICT? Is there a segregation here? Because it's not a physical, it does not require physical strength to do. It's just, and we do know that if we look at those that have scored really high in Nigeria in mathematics, we have more females scoring really high in mathematics. It's beginning to look like the boy child has been, sidelined at this time.
Thank you so much. I think I'll take up that. But I think I'll start with today, being the International Day of Girls in ICT, is actually one of the aims is actually to encourage the young women and girls to pursue their studies and careers in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and help them achieve their dreams. In achieving that, if you look at statistics, only 21% of all ICT ministers globally are women. 32 out of 165 ICT regulators globally are being led by women. 22% of AI workers globally are also women.
22%?
Yes, less than 1/3 of STEM roles are being held by women. So this is statistics from ITU. So women are actually underrepresented. If you also look at again in Nigeria, let's come to Nigerian content. 22% of females are in STEM by MBS statistics, 2023, June 2023 records. The ratio of men to women in tech in developed countries is 5:1. That is 5 male to 1 female. For developing countries like Nigeria, it's 8 to 2 female, 8 men, 2 female. It's very, very poor. They look at it, note that 5% of women in Nigeria are engineers, only 5%. Only a small percentage, 5% of women. That is 20:1. So you can see that it's so glaring that that underrepresentation is there.
What would you attribute that to be the cause of all of this?
It's about...
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what from what we've given this the statistic, and the reasons are not far-fetched from, we all know the reasons. Okay. And because softly the girls are being discouraged from pursuing or studying STEM-related courses.
Discouraged by who, please?
It's by the society, by everyone. And at times we say soft in a subtle way.
Okay.
It may not be apparent, but it's a subtle way. We have the societal stereotype about what the girl child can do or cannot do. We have gender discrimination or in some marginalized communities or what is allowed for a girl to move into. Okay. So we have all this. So even from the home, you have maybe your mother telling you, no, don't go there, don't jump up, don't jump down.
We still have
you
that.
don't have
We
the
still
strength.
have that. Because what I see something different. Actually, I see a situation whereby the girl child, is it the society like the parents in the home, or girls being influenced by what they see on social media? We see a situation whereby girls would rather want to dance on social media, than do creative things. Now, I say this because I've spoken to people. All right, I have a few people who are trying to build their businesses. All right, selling of clothing online, doing a lot of things online, and I saw a few of them some time back. Three of them were usually dancing to show off the hair they're selling or the clothing they're selling, and I chatted them up at different times. Why do you need to dance? Why do you need to dance for people to... I said, if you don't dance, people will not visit your page. It is when you dance. So is it the society? Is it the home that is making them do that? Now, that in itself is creating an impression about them that they are, using what they have to get attention. Should the society be blamed for that?
No, it's not correct. Let's start from the root. Why do we have underrepresentation? Okay. We're talking about only 22% out of 100. That means, look at the number that is actually underrepresented. 78% is not there. There are barriers to the girl child getting education. Why I'm saying this is that as the president of APWEN in 2018-2019, I've gone around the 6 geopolitical zones. So I can give you the statistics, I can give you what's happening. There are religious, there are cultural, apart from coming to what the society is talking about. First of all, if you go to some parts of the country, you have to first of all get the girl child to get to the class first, and then get to school first, because we're talking about STEM. When you come to the south, yes, it's easy to tell them to study STEM because some of them are already in classes. If you go to some places in the north, you have to first of all talk to the parents to allow the girl child to go to school first before you now talk about STEM advocacy. So this is some of the things that we did. Then what did we do to see how we can actually change the narrative? In what we now did is we partner with NNPC, Nigerian National Development Corporation, to start a program we called Invent It, Build It. We took it around the geopolitical zones to cast them young in primary schools. These are the time you are able to get the mind of these young children, young girls, to go into STEM.
At
So
least.
we're able to also use the concept of role models. We talked about who are the people that they aspire to be like in their communities. We use role models in their communities, role models that speak their language, that is in the same religion with them. We can talk to them about what they've been through. It's very, very easy for them to understand. And I must tell you that we recorded immense progress. We were able to give scholarship to 81 pupils across this geopolitical zone, sponsored by NNPC. We were able to build, first of its kind, a science and technology laboratory in a primary school, first in Africa. We've done 2 already. One at Sariki Amadu Primary School in Misau, Bauchi State. Second one was done at Eware Primary School in Benin State, in Benin City, Edo State. What do they use? Role models that they can relate with. The first female mechanical engineer from northern Nigeria happened to be Engineer Fatima Yalwa. It's somebody that they know so much from Kebbi State. It was very, very easy to relate that with them. The first president of Northern Extraction of Nigerian Society of Engineers happened to be late engineer IK Inua, Ibrahim Khalil Inua of the distant memory. These are the role models we use. We were in all these geopolitical zones. We went to the villages. We ate their food. We dressed like them. We danced with them. So the children were able to connect. I will tell you that those children now are in SS1 now. Their scholarship runs till they finish university, provided they read engineering. That's them. So they were like, some of them were like, oh, how did you select them? They did some simple experiments. There are some experiments that while we were children growing up, we all did kite.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is engineering, that is STEM. But growing up, we didn't know what it was. All we knew that we can also use paper and then, yes, the buoyancy experiment. That is the boat, floating a boat on water. It's buoyancy. It's about the concept of buoyancy. Teaching the children buoyancy using that boat, paper boat experiment. Something that they are doing, they don't even know what it is. What about the volcanic eruption? What happens when you are baking a cake? When you put that soda, baking powder on it, that thing that erupts, that's volcanic eruption.
So basically using day-to-day
Things to tutor them,
Right.
using the concept of role models. So women are still underrepresented, not just in leadership, in STEM, and it's part of why APWEN and other NGOs are advocating for more girls to do what? To get into STEM careers.
You know, I was actually super happy when women walked into the studio and when Moses was actually reading out the profile, engineer, elect, that was what she studied. He didn't say the way it's supposed to be, say elect. They were calling the names that I was like, oh God, I'm so happy. Now, what I want to ask is this. How are you able to navigate all the hurdles for you actually to be here? Because we actually have seen where some ladies want to do a particular thing. I have someone who actually wanted to be an engineer, and the dad was of the opinion that, no, you can't do that. It's a dirty job. You can't go into mechanical engineering. Do something else. Go for medicine and surgery. Go for any other thing. I can sponsor you, but when it gets to this, I'm actually not going to back you. And also, I have another lady who happened to be an architect. She draws buildings. She can actually tell you things to do. But she's finding it to be difficult for people to reach out to her because she's a woman. Some of the opinion that she cannot do it until her to encourage her to keep on pushing, before she could be able to do it. Now, my question is, how are you able to navigate all the hurdles to get to where you are today? Both of you. Because I'm happy, I'm smiling. Okay. I have women in this place.
Yes.
You were the first chairman of APWEN, so
I was, no,
the
I'm the
last,
seventh.
okay,
Seventh.
the
We are
seventh
now on
chairman
the
of
10th.
Oh.
Yes, I was the seventh of Appoint Lagos.
Okay.
We know the orders are there. And if you don't have the support from the home, so it's a bit challenging.
Yeah.
But Appoint has really come in to encourage, because we have our motto, encourage hands and excel. We try to encourage one another that no matter what, if you share your problem, we always support. So we know how Appoint came about. It was formed, it was by our father, that's Engineer Joanna Madoka, FNSC, coupled with some other women there, that the challenges are there. We can only forge ahead with the collaboration or the cooperation of one another, and that is what we are aiming at. So growing up, it wasn't that easy. Everybody knew, at least now it's a bit easy for the younger generation, but in the past it wasn't that easy. Maybe you just find yourself, maybe one female among 30, 40 boys in the engineering class. But one thing we've always been aiming at is collaboration in engineering with the other people, every other people, and that is what I applied then. It was collaboration. You seek out the support, you get assistance, and because we know the girl child is quite brilliant, the IQ is there, especially those that are interested in pursuing STEM, going to STEM field. You have the IQ because you always see that trait in any girl from at least as early as possible. Yeah. There may be early exposure because the early stage of my own life was, I'm not going to get pregnant. I'm not going to
make that decision.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was living it like a suburb in Ibadan. That's Oyo State.
All right.
And like, you see, all guys, everybody turning into Agburu. Then everybody gets in lockdown.
Not allow your society to
yes,
affect your
no.
dream.
I'm going to come out of this place and be better off.
Okay.
And that was what happened.
Did you
So it
apply
was
that?
self-determination.
It was self-determination. And also my children, like I tell them, there's nothing, because the fear of maths is always what crept into.
The fear was
Yeah.
smart. To be honest, now that you mentioned
But that makes it 2 of us now.
now that you mentioned it was the fear of maths that got me to broadcasting.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a teacher, in fact, we call her SU at that time. She made life difficult.
Surprisingly, mathematics is the easiest.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that is why we are trying to break it down to them into simplest forms. Mathematics is something that you already know what the answer is. You need to write, yes.
So sorry, I'm going to just hold you in a bit. Now, we see in some public schools today where teachers bring to a 8, 9, 10, 11 years old student subjects that are relatively not what they want to do. How do we navigate towards this to start harnessing children at the very younger age? Because, for instance, when I was in my primary school, no, not even primary school, just secondary school, the GSS class, public school, I had to take 11 subjects. And I was asking myself, all of these 11 subjects, what is it doing to me? What is it going to do to me afterwards? How do we navigate towards this? And, of course, there's also the part of parenting that she mentioned. How do we navigate through all this and help a child, a girl child, do better and start better?
Okay. I want to start with the challenges I had
Yeah.
Okay.
growing up. How did I venture into engineering? First of all, you need to have a growth mindset. I came from a rural community in Anambra State, Enugu to be precise. Yes. My mother was a petty trader selling in the market. So we sell in the market. The first thing is having a growth mindset and support from family and friends is very, very key growing up. For me, at work, navigating at work is collaboration with the men. For me, there's no gender in technology. Everybody's the same. At workplace, the men and the women doing the job are the same. Because the benchmark for acceptable performance is universal.
Okay.
There's no
I'm glad you're
cost.
saying
Yes,
that.
there's no cost for the girl child and another one for the boy child. The exams are the same. So if you took the same exam in university and in primary school and secondary school, why will I now come to the workplace and then we now start bringing in gender? Oh, you're a female. No. But the girl child also need to be what? Also need to be brave, because bravery deficit is part of why we have less women in leadership and in the boardrooms. Then coming to how do we navigate towards having so many subjects for the girl in schools, it's about curriculum review. I must give it to Lagos State Ministry of Education. Presently now, they are always involving people in technology, engineers, and the rest of them when they do their curriculum review. So you cannot question when they have those number of subjects. They are trying to bring the child to have a broad mindset of everything first. Before, by the time you now get into secondary school or SS, whatever, it's narrowed down. So that when you get to SS classes, it's no longer that same number of subjects.
Sure.
It's to get the children have a broad mindset. You don't need to limit them at a very young age. No. Give them access to all the information that they need. By the time they grow up, they will decide where they want to be.
Okay.
So it's in order. I must give it to Lagos State Government Ministry of Education. They're actually doing excellently well when it comes to that. And I will tell you, one of the programs that we ran was how do we encourage that science, technology, and engineering, mathematics teachers, STEM teachers, are also doing what they're supposed to do. We launched what we call the She Engineer Invented Build It in 2020. It was a program sponsored by the Royal Academy of Engineering in UK. What was the program all about? Is to kind of ensure that STEM teachers use the right methodology to train these children. And also, the capacity, also increase the capacity of female engineers and science teachers to teach these subjects to the students. And I will tell you that by the time we finished the training and we had finished the training, we had it for like a year program. And we did a kind of a competition for them. Lagos State science teachers took first, second, third, and fourth position. That tells you the level they are operating. That tells you the level in terms of teaching STEM subjects in their schools.
Isn't that some kind of limitation when Lagos State alone had all of those and other states?
We had teachers from all the geopolitical zones contested.
Okay.
Yes, it wasn't just.
All right. So we don't have too much time for this. Let's we get your encouraging words for the girl child in a bit. But there's something you said that triggered something in me. It reminded me of a conversation I had with a woman who is also doing great things in her own field. And you did say that the exams are the same for everybody.
Yeah.
And so the girl child should be encouraged to know, she should be encouraged to strive and not expect a different, maybe a cushioning effect. It's the sector is there. Go in there like everybody else, strive. Now, the reason I said this triggered something in me. There was an event I compared, and former port manager, Lagos Ports, Funmilayo Lutu, was there. Sorry, I'm bringing her name. Yes, because she achieved that by rubbing shoulder to shoulder with the men. She did say that when he came to climbing the Jacob's ladder, doing other things, going into the water, at a point they told her, look, don't do this because you're a woman. You can't come here with gown and skirt.
Exactly.
She said, okay, fine. She went back home, got into trousers, and had to do the things that other men did. And she earned the respect of these men. What would your advice be to young girls who are aspiring to get into the world of engineering, but are feeling, sidelined one way or another? Let me come to you first.
Like what she said earlier, that growth mindset, you should nurture it and believe in yourself that there's nothing you can do, and confidence in yourself. I encourage I have girls, I encourage them that no matter what, you can do it. There's no way you want to aim to that you can't get to. Just forge ahead and you get it. So that's that confidence, the bravery, and pursue your dreams.
All right then. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am?
I'll say to the young girls out there, I'll say that the tech sector needs you.
Oh, okay.
Invest in yourself. Education, we need to invest in education, mentorship, and skill development. Be the best you can be. You are the only one that can limit yourself. Be the change, because change is not a title. Change is a mindset
Nice one.
and a habit. What is inside your head is more important than the hair covering it. Forget about the Peruvian, the Brazilian, and whatever hair you are wearing. Ensure that there's content. Your competence and skill is what is going to define today and tomorrow's woman. You
All right.
must ensure, strive to be the best you can be. Nobody can limit you except yourself.
All right then. Thank
Be
you
all
very
prepared
much.
at all times.
Thank you very much, Engineer Dr. Agubata Nena Felicia. We've been speaking with her once again. She's a master's degree holder in electrical engineering, doctorate degree holder in electrical and electronics engineering, communication engineering as well. Joined the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, in 2002. She is the Vice President of Corporate Services of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the 15th President of the Association of Professional Women Engineers in Nigeria, APWEN. She is also a STEM and gender equity and inclusion advocate, very passionate about the girl-child education and women empowerment. She's a recipient of many, many awards and currently building capacity of STEM teachers across the 6 geopolitical zones in partnership with University of West Scotland through the She Engineer, sponsored by Royal Academy of Engineering, UK. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Also, we've been speaking with engineer Adedapo Aishida Laolu, who is past chairman, APWEN Lagos chapter. All right. Well, I must say, I mean, give credits to whom it is due, even though she, wouldn't want me to push this out. But I think for you to, further respect the individual here, she's also the Deputy Director, Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. Yes, I just had to put that one out there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll get into other sectors.
But before we take that break, exactly. Before we take that break, actually, we have women also who are part of our information and communication technology team here and VOP TV. We're talking about Blessing Ngobodo.
Well, if we could get their pictures up on screen, that would have been nice.
We need to celebrate them.
Let's celebrate them. Women in engineering. Do you have their pictures?
Yeah. We have Blessing Ngobodo, and we have Ebube Nkocha also.
Wow.
And Ebube Nkocha, yeah, she is also part of the team.
Nkocha.
Nkocha.
Okay.
Yes. And then we also have the almighty Ukala Yabeji.
Yabeji.
Yes.
Oh, that's
she's these are the women actually that make sure we try actually to bring this VOP the way we are the team behind everything actually
within the ICT sector. So we have women.
We have women
doing great things
well.
right here on VOP TV.
Exactly.
But that's still 22%. We're still
And I'm here.
22%.
They are still 22%.
We're still 22%. So we're talking about let's get the numbers up.
All right, let's get the numbers up.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Based on our competence and skills.
Of course.
We don't want to based on our we're not saying get the numbers up by any means, no. Let's walk to the room
Okay.
and with our heads high and improve our mental, yes. Competence and skills.
All right then, and always have it in mind. Word on marble today is what is in your brain, what is in your head should be worth more than what is on your head. Talking about the women. Words on marble. Put it out there. Quote Dr. Nena Agubata.
Exactly.
Let's put that one up there. All right. Thank you very much, ladies, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
We'll take a break now. When we come back, we get into the world of business, entertainment, and sports. Stay with us.